Thanksgiving recap, trying new drinks, and a little music pop quiz. This week on Joe Stevelio Show.
Here's a story about 20 years ago. Three bros who grew up in Baltimore to the beach show. Every summer they had to go before they got married with kids. Now they all grown. Long trips to New York and Toronto. Playing beer pong with Captain Morgan's. Free throws. And if you don't know, now you know. Coming in hot. Joe Steve Show.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Joe Steve Show, where chaos rules all. My name's Joe.
I'm Steve.
And I'm Jim.
For all our listeners, we are a little bit inconsistent with where we were all supposed to be tonight. So
2 out of 3 of us were coming to my house, and one of us decided to stay home.
And it all makes sense. And Joe did have the text messages to back up his story, but I don't know what happened tonight. But here we are. We're still able to record though, so that's awesome.
Making it work. How was everyone's Thanksgiving?
It was mine was good. Like I said, last week I went up the old parents' place up West Virginia. We got there Thanksgiving morning, and we were supposed to stay obviously through Thanksgiving, Friday, come home Saturday.
He left Thursday afternoon.
we left Friday afternoon.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was just too boring, and like
you left to come home Friday after. That's
Yeah.
Not want to talk about taking long trips for a short time, but yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those things where it was hunting season, and it was a little colder. But hunting season mainly. So you couldn't go on hikes, you couldn't go down by the pond, you couldn't go like on 4-wheeler rides, you couldn't do anything. So
You couldn't go searching for the magical forest.
No, you couldn't because it's hunting season, and there's just like random people in random trees.
There's skinwalkers walking all around.
So it just wasn't much to do, and but it was nice to see the parents. Steve, where did you go?
I mean, I just went to my mother's house, so we just brought the kids over there, hung out for a while, listened to people talk about the things you shouldn't talk about at family outings.
Oh, that's good. Did you chime in with your opinions?
No, I just I in Maryland this week. Online sports betting became legal, so I was quite invested in all 3 games because I had a parlay going.
Oh, since it's finally legal, you got to bet for the first time ever in your life?
Yes, the first time ever. I learned what a parlay was. I learned, what a puck line was, even though that's hockey, and I might have bet on the Caps. It was all over the place.
I love the free bets.
I do love the free bets.
I think I bet on 5 different things and haven't spent a penny. One, 2 of the gimme bets.
Oh yeah,
I did like 8-leg parlays. There's no way I was winning. But
oh yeah. Some of that stuff is just crazy. But what about you, Joe?
I had the kids in the morning, made some French toast, and watched a little bit of the parade, and then did some Friendsgiving in the afternoon. I smoked a pork shoulder and a turkey.
You get it in there. Holy fuck. Holy shit, keep going, Nate. There's still so much left.
Did you see during the parade, there was a scenario where someone almost fell over?
No.
I rewound it to watch it again to make sure that she didn't fall over because I was going to call you. It was one of those, they went to lift her up in the middle and she didn't get she didn't get the momentum to get all the way up, so she came back down and then they lifted her back up. And I was like, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, she almost fell. And then
almost like Hot Tub Time Machine when the guy almost kept getting his arm chopped off.
Yeah. And but I just was like, oh yeah, I got to make sure I still watch this. So, but unfortunately, she didn't really bust her ass, which is all I wanted. Good. The one thing I am sad about you not being here, Joe, is that we are going to do a taste test of. Well, Jim's going to do a taste test because I already know what it tastes like, of red wine and Diet Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, I've been staring at these 2 bottles.
Oh, and after that, I can give you my review of a Negroni because I had one this weekend.
Oh, awesome. Okay, well, can we break open this bottle of Pinot Noir?
Peanut Noir.
Peanut Noir. It's called Bread and Butter is the name.
I went with a decent bottle because I didn't want the reason you didn't like it because it was a cheap ass bottle.
All right, can we pop this open?
Here's
All right, I got a
Diet
glass.
Dr. P.
I got the Diet Dr. P. I got the bread and butter, Pinot Noir, and and a cup full of ice. And I hate it that I don't hate it. it really is. Son
Do
of a
you not
bitch.
hate it, or is it delicious?
It's actually pretty good.
Is it Diet Dr. Pepper or regular?
It's Diet Dr. Pepper
It's
over there.
Diet Dr. Pepper.
Okay,
I
so
like Diet
this is
Dr.
what it
Pepper
tastes
more than
like.
regular
I
Dr.
have
Pepper.
had sangria a handful of times,
Mm-hmm.
and if I would had to describe it, it would be sangria-ish.
Okay, I think you're exactly right because that's kind of what it tastes.
I mean, if you threw a piece of orange and an apple or some grapes or some shit, I would say it's damn good sangria.
Yes.
I believe this drink is called a Joe Stevelio Show.
That's what it's called. Next time we record, Joe, I'll bring it again for you.
And for all of our
Oh,
listeners,
pumped.
next time you go out to the bar, ask for a Joe Stevelio Show.
Yeah.
And if they don't know what it is, act like, how the hell do they not know what it is?
It's your finest Pinot Noir and your classiest. You can use Coca-Cola, but I prefer Diet Dr.
I
Pepper.
think it has to be set in stone.
Diet Dr. Pepper.
It has to be Pinot Noir and Diet Dr. Pepper in a non-wine glass filled with ice.
I was having a little stroll with my buddy Brad at work the other day, and he was in Spain for the running of the bulls. He said that in Spain they drink red wine and Coke.
Yes.
And he said he went to a store, and the entire store, one side of he said it was a long, narrow store, and one side is red wine and the other side is Diet Coke. And basically you grab one from each side and go to the counter and buy it. And like, that's their thing.
One of our listeners, Kelly, she messaged me and told me that exact same thing you said, Joe. Some of her Spanish friends, that's what's one of their like go-tos is Coca-Cola and red wine.
Do you think they would snub their nose at you for using Dr. Pepper, that white trash soda?
Probably, but I feel like you don't get Diet Dr. Pepper just anywhere.
Only at the finest establishments.
Yeah.
All right. So how many Ford Raptors does the drink get?
What are we doing? Out of 5?
Yeah.
Let's go out of 10.
Why out of 10?
All right.
Because I feel like I needed more decimals. I give it 8.5 Raptors.
Boom. There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Wow, that is a solid drink.
And it's one of those drinks where I feel like, I mean, obviously you're not drinking it when you're active, but if I would choose this over red wine, if there's opportunity for me to drink red wine, I would say, you got any Dr. P?
This drink reminds me of if you are a white
Trash.
a white woman going to your son's
Soccer
games. That's what this drink is.
But in that case, you would put everything in the Dr. P glass or the Dr. P bottle.
But yes. And you don't have to be the best part about it is you don't have to be like you can pour whatever mixture you want. It can be strong, it can be weak. It tastes all the same.
So when you poured this, what was this ratio?
I did maybe 2/3 red wine,
Okay.
1/3.
Okay, and I think it's good. It's got a nice
Because
subtle
this is a
aftertaste.
20 ounce bottle. We still have enough for another drink, and we made 3 of these. One for your wife.
Oh yeah,
So-
and the wife did not want to be on the podcast, but she wanted one of the drinks, and she gave it her approval.
Now, let's move on to the second drink, which I still have not tried. And I didn't want to make the investment if it was of buying 3 bottles of liquor. And if we don't like it, then I have these 3 bottles of liquor that we need to get rid of.
So Nicole and I went out for a couple drinks, and I tried on 3 different occasions to order this, and I chickened out because I would sound like a bitch. so I didn't order it.
Oh, Joe?
But Joe did not, and he did. And how was it?
It wasn't great. I mean, I don't like gin. I don't know if I had ever had Campari before.
That's
Sweet
the red
vermouth.
drink, that red liquid, right?
Yeah, and then sweet vermouth, isn't great. So I finished it, but I would not get one again. Now, I will say that I would try the Negroni Spagliato because that swaps the gin with the Prosecco. So I would definitely try that.
All right.
But the Negroni by itself, not great.
Oh,
How many golf swings did you give it?
So it gets like 3 golf swings.
Ooh. And I like gin. I mean, gin and tonic is my drink when I go out, so I might actually like that.
were you at a TGI Fridays?
No, it was a nice bar.
All right.
A higher class bar, not like a dive bar.
No, for sure. Yeah,
Okay.
it was like a rooftop bar.
So what did that run you?
Man, I don't know. I didn't look at the bill. All the other mixed drinks we had were, around like $15 a pop. So
Okay, so
those
that
are
was a nicer
pricey.
bar.
Yeah. Now, I did want to ask you guys.
Hold on. Did you hear that?
I did hear that. Joe needs to replace his batteries.
Joe, are your batteries beeping on your smoke detector?
No, that wasn't coming from me. I didn't hear any beep.
I heard a beep.
I heard it too. I don't know.
Not from me.
Okay.
All right. Well, I did.
And besides, I don't have smoke detectors.
Makes sense.
Who needs them?
YOLO.
I can run.
Do you know what else doesn't have smoke detectors?
What else doesn't have
What's
smoke
that?
detectors, Steven?
The Mayan temples in Mexico. Well, we can,
The Mayan temples in Mexico.
yes, not Machu Picchu.
Oh.
Which is in Peru.
Yes, which might be in this episode, might have been edited out because that's what I thought it was called. But did you guys hear about the American tourist that decided to climb the Mayan temples?
You know what?
I did.
I
I saw the video.
I saw something in regards of that. Yes.
So, if for our listeners who don't know, she decided to climb up these temple steps or the outside portion of the temple, and then danced at the top of it. And then when she came down, she was pelted by rocks, water bottles, by the other tourists that were there who thought it was extremely disrespectful.
100%.
Now,
She's lucky that's all she got.
so part of me, I love this whole story completely. All right. Because when you watch the clip of her climbing up and totally disrespectful to that temple, but it is but funny watching her dance at the top of the Mayan temple. So I thought it was so funny that someone decided to do that. And then, because think about it, if you've ever watched the people just got their heads lopped off up there, and they just would throw them down the temple, or just throw them down the same thing.
Did they do that?
Yes, and that's where
They chop people's heads off up there?
because it was like the worship, like the like sun gods or stuff like that. So they would do human sacrifices there, and this woman is just cutting a rug, fucking doing the gritty up there, and then when she comes down, she just gets destroyed by everybody else, like the people who probably are locals to that area that just happen to be visiting, all this stuff. They just go. So every part of this story I love the fact that she got destroyed by.
That's the only part that I love, really.
You don't like that she was up there
No,
dancing?
no,
You don't
because
find that funny? Am I alone in this?
Well, I don't know if you're alone, but if you're going to visit another country, there has to be some type of respect.
No,
And she was just doing it for like some internet clout. That was the only reason she was doing it. Like if nobody was recording her doing
I'm
it,
sure she was
she
being
wouldn't have
recorded.
done it.
Yeah.
So like, it just cheapens everything.
Like she sucks as a human.
Yes, I like that she got pelted.
I love that she was just walking and people were just hitting her in the head with water bottles because she's just showing disrespect. What do you think, Joe? Do you think it's funny she climbed up? Joe's definitely.
No, I think she's an idiot. I think she's an asshole.
I love it. I love it so much. So it's so and you know what it is? It just shows you that Americans fucking suck. Like,
Absolutely.
I don't even know if she's American, but
I'd wager money on that. What's a FanDuel over under on that?
The FanDuel's probably got pretty good odds.
She's more than 80% American.
Yes. But I don't even know if she went to jail or anything like that. So, but she did. After that, probably felt totally awful about it.
Yeah, but how many people our age are doing that shit?
None. I would say none.
Yeah, I'm sure she was younger than us.
It's not none.
Is she any worse than a person running onto a field during a baseball game?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, like an ancient sacred temple that could get ruined.
And like a sacred place.
And a sacred place.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I love watching somebody run on a baseball field. It's very entertaining.
I do love that
because
so much.
Somebody put that in perspective. Is you go there to be entertained, and although that's not really part of the game, it is part of entertainment.
Yes,
and most of those people don't get arrested. They get put in a holding cell, and then they just get let go.
Yeah, and they get like banned from the stadium. But how do you really ban somebody from a stadium?
You don't.
Yeah, like you can't walk it. You can't walk in. I've been thrown out of Oriole Park so many times, and they're like, "You're not allowed to come back." I always come back. They've never cared.
Have you really? I don't think I've never been kicked out of Camden Yards. I don't think.
I threw a beer at Yankee fans in front of Yankee fans, and they ratted me out. I threw the beer at Machu Picchu, or the Mayan Temple, and then they just.
I got a little game for our listeners, and you guys can play along too. I read this little article, and I thought we are all, 80s kids for the most part. And VH1 put out a top 15 80s one-hit wonders. And out of the 15, I got 12 that I knew, that I could sing at least the chorus.
All right.
So I'm going to name these names of the songs. And you kind of have to little ticker in your head to how many you got that you would know off the top.
Do we have to sing portion of it?
I mean, you can if you want, but I'll take it on the honor system.
All right.
All right. You ready, Joe?
Yes.
Okay. For the sake of time, I'm just going to name the song. Okay. So for the first one, "Come On Eileen."
Yes.
"I Ran So Far Away."
That's by a Flock of Seagulls,
It
right?
It is, yes. "Take On Me."
Uh-huh.
8675309.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Jenny.
That's
Jenny.
Jenny, yes.
"Tainted Love."
All right.
Mickey.
Yes.
"I Melt With You."
Yes. I'll stop the world and melt with you.
Okay. "I Want Candy."
Yep.
Number 9, "Too Shy."
Don't know that one.
Too Shy. I don't know.
We'll go back to that one, but "Relax."
Yes. That's
Don't Do It.
That's by the
Frankie Goes to Hollywood.
Frankie Goes to Hollywood, yeah.
"Cars."
Yes.
Did you know that one?
Like the band?
No. The name of the song. It's by Gary Newman.
Yes, I do know that song.
How's it go? Because that was one I didn't know.
Driving in my car. I don't know.
We'll have to get the intern to look that one up in a second. "Obsession."
It sounds
I don't know.
By Animotion.
Yeah, I'm going to say no on that one.
She blinded me with science."
Oh, I've heard that one.
Yeah.
"In a Big Country."
No.
No.
And "Whip It."
Yes.
Yes. I think there was like 4 or 5, like 5 I didn't know.
Okay, yeah. The My Big Country is like, "In a big country, she's like dinner."
Oh, now she's hanging. I know.
Now that I
now
hummed
she's
it all
hanging that way.
I know that
exactly
song.
what you're talking
Yeah. Was that by Men at Work?
No, it's by Big Country, but it's a very
wait a
similar
minute.
sound to
They
Men at
have
Work.
a song named after their own band.
I mean, if we made a song, it would probably be called Jim Joe Steve Show. In all fairness,
Jim Joe Steve Show goes to Hollywood.
So we really don't know. I was stuck on "Cars" by Gary Newman.
I feel like I know that song.
And you didn't know "Too Shy."
Yeah, which
"Too Shy, ha 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 la."
Oh, okay, I know.
I hummed that one enough that you got it.
Yes. to shine,
I don't know if I know that.
Hush, hush, body wide.
Yeah,
Something like
that's
that.
absolutely, yeah.
Oh, yes. I know that one.
And I Melt With You. Did we get that one?
Yeah, so
I
I'll
stop
stop the world
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
melt with you.
Yeah, okay. So really, it was, we just don't know the Cars and Obsession.
I guarantee we know both of
Oh,
those. songs.
absolutely.
You would probably know both of them,
Absolutely.
but just not by name.
Here is Obsession by Animation. Let's see if we know that one.
Oh, I know this song.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sing it to me, Steve.
And we haven't got to the words yet.
All right.
Well, all right, so that
You're in a session. Cannot sleep. I am your possession. Unopened at your feet.
God, all we do like to do is in this podcast is sing awful.
I know, that's horrible. All right. So
Yes, I know that.
I mean, it's not a bad song actually.
Yeah, all right.
Have you like a butterfly?
Oh,
A wild butterfly.
all right.
I will collect you and capture you. All right, Steve.
All right. As soon as I play this, you guys are gonna know it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Here in my car, I go. Duh, 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 duh.
80s music just was better.
I mean, I wouldn't say it was better. It's definitely like different, and it has its highlights, but it also has a lot of lowlights.
Yeah, like, everybody always will go in with us. Like, we pretty much hit our prime of music in the 90s, and people will say, 90s was the best music, but you forget how much 90s music sucked.
Do you know that my 8-year-old daughter, okay, just take a wild guess as to what her favorite song is, and this is legit favorite. I mean, you won't even guess, but like
It was Teenage Dirtbag.
that was yes, maybe about 6 months ago. It's by the Talking Heads, Psycho Killer.
Oh, the Qu'est-ce que c'est? Ba-bum-ba-ba,
Yeah.
ba-ba-ba-ba.
Don't touch me, I'm a real live wire. Psycho killer. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Better run.
Take a wild guess at what my son's favorite song is.
I'm gonna say Luke Bryan.
I mean, he does love that goddamn Sunshine song, but it's not his favorite. Beer by Real Big Fish.
Real Big Fish.
Take on me?
Yeah, Beer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
My son's favorite band right now is Blink 182. And he loves all the small things. He sings it every day in the car. It's that and Mr. X Band.
I love it.
I know. It
Has-
is
has
awesome when your kids like different music.
No, you gotta play him Dude Ranch.
Yeah, we listened to Enema of the State all the way home one day. So we're working through our album, even though Dude Ranch came out before, but we're working our way through the albums.
Steve, I gotta say,
Nice.
I'm only halfway through this drink.
Uh-huh.
I'm not a wine drinker, but
But he
I'm
is
seeing
now.
like 1 1/4 of you right now. Not
Well,
quite
you weren't
seeing
drinking
double.
before I got here too.
That's true, but that doesn't. I wasn't counting that.
all right. That's so funny. With the holidays coming and kids are just watching like
Rubbish.
random shows. We were watching Air Bud.
Oh yeah, with the dog, with the basketball dog.
Yeah. And I was sitting there and I was thinking about the logistics of Air Bud.
Why would anyone think about the logistics of Air Bud?
Think of the fact that what happens if you were the person that got benched because they brought in a fucking dog that played basketball better than you. Like, think of how much of an, like, that ruined your self-esteem for the rest of your life. Like, they'll be like, hey, you remember Joe? And be like, Joe who? And you're like, Airbud took his spot on the team. Oh, yeah, I know that guy.
You know what would be funny? A spin-off of that kid that got benched and is watching his downfall. Yes.
Like, he grew up and all he did was just hate Airbud. Airbud's getting big contracts with, because the dog had Nikes on. Like, and
the dog wore shoes.
Yeah, the dog wore shoes.
Is that the only unbelievable part, Joe? The fact that he wore shoes.
I just feel bad that one person that was like, their coach said to them, hey,
we're gonna need you to sit this one out.
We're gonna need you to sit on the bench over here, Billy. We're gonna put in Airbud.
Now, would you rather be benched Billy, or would you rather be the kid that got dunked on
by Airbud?
By Airbud.
Well, I mean, you would have that red rocket coming right at your face.
His mouth isn't open.
I mean, how scared would? I don't know. I think
that's a question for the audience.
Yes. What?
Would you rather be benched Billy?
Yeah.
Or the kid that got a red rocket to the face getting dunked on?
Dunked on by Airbud. Joe, do you have an answer?
I would get dunked on.
Joe loves the red rocket right at his face.
Banging both sides of your temples.
Lipstick all over your face. So awesome.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for accommodating my screw up tonight.
I mean, it's all our screw up.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
I'm just jealous I didn't get any of that delicious Joe Stevelio show.
Yes, the Joe Stevelio Show is delightful.
Is it Leocious?
I don't know. That's
I thought it was
how
just the Jim Joe Steve Show Leo.
You just
now
said
I'm fucking Jim Joe Steve Leo Show. Oh yeah, Jim Joe Steve Leo Show. Say that four
Jim
times.
Joe Steve Leo Show.
Next time you're getting intimate with your significant other, just say that word right out, just out of the blue. See if it helps or hurts the mood.
Yeah, pour your significant other a nice big Jim Joe Steve Leo Show, and ask them, would they rather get benched by Airbud or get Airbud's red rocket right to your face while you're getting dunked on?
I ain't getting benched for no dog. All right, guys. For the Jim Joe Steve Show, my name's Joe.
I am Jim.
I'm Steve.
And we'll talk to you next week.
Oh.